What is up, YouTube? While I was gone on vacation last week for a family wedding, we had some new cards revealed. In Japan, Time Gazer and Space Juggler, the sets were fully revealed, and I didn't get a chance to look at all of them completely. I saw a couple of things here and there on Twitter, so my reactions here today are not going to be completely genuine, but some of the cards I did not get to look at. I didn't have the time to sit down and look at everything because, well, I was partying. But that being said, I'm here. I want to look at some cards. Pokemon's the only thing on my mind at any given moment. This set will release in Japan on April 8th, and it will join... a majority of these cards should make their way into our May set, Astral Radiance. So there's always a chance that some of these cards, like the latest set in Japan, usually some of these cards get cut in favor of like the August set. So we'll know pretty soon what cards are going to make it and what they're not going to make it. So without further ado, let's take a glance here at some of these cards. Okay, I'm going to scroll straight down, I think, to the translations. Okay. What are these ads? What are these ads, man? Let me move my mic, our camera, so it's easier for you guys to see. This Yanma has no potential. This Yanma is useless. Wide wing, 40 plus 80 if you have more cards in your hand than your opponent. Not a hard condition to meet. And I guess you do have double turbo for 100. But I don't know if that's worth it for this stage 1 in particular. This Leafeon art is absolutely beautiful. Mount Coronet and the behind, yeah. Energy Garden, not a great attack. Leaf Cyclone, not a great attack. This is pretty cool. This Shaymin is actually pretty cool. I like the art. Bright Gift, Colorless. This can only be used in your first turn if you go second. Search deck for up to 3 cards, put them in your hand. Yes, getting this going is really hard. But this is like one of those like Gourmandize or like Call for Family like style attacks where if you play one, you can try to play into it and it's level ball searchable. And it's just a comp search for 3 cards. So you can set up pretty much any combo onto turn 2, which is like actually insane. Petlil and Lilligant, what does Lilligant do? 20 to each of your opponents, so 20 spread. So DTE does not work with this very well. And then the Leaf Step. So you have Twin Energy here, which is fine. Oh, cool. Here we see the good stuff. Hisuian Lilligant V. Dance. Draw until you have 6 cards in your hand. Not bad, but it's on a V Pokemon. That's very unfortunate. Grass, Colorless. Leaf Step 130. Okay. 200 is also low, I think, for a V. So that makes it a little bit more malleable. And then we have Hisuian Lilligant VSTAR. Look at how beautiful this is. The V-Stars are absolutely gorgeous. I'm probably going to get one of each for my collection. Like, this is very cool. I predicted that the all the bosses in Arceus, like the 5 bosses, like the noble Pokemon, would be V-Stars. And then when they started releasing like promos, I was like, well, that sucks because they're already like printing the card. And then I'm really glad they did what they did and gave us the V-Stars. Parallel Spin. Grass, Colors, 130. Return energy. If you do, 100 more. So 230 with a bounce. Not bad. Not necessarily good. 260 is very on the low side for HP as well, again. But Fire Weakness is irrelevant. Star Perfume. Once during your turn, you may search deck up to 5 grass Pokemon and grass energy revealed and put them in your hand. So there is a combo potential here where you just kind of explode onto the board in like 1 or 2 turns, make some crazy combination of plays, and yeah, if there's some better grass cards that come out, this card is going to be very, very good, I think. Like a 4 out of 5 right now, in my mind. Cyndaquil, Quilava, Poliwag, Poliwhirl. This art's sick. Look at this. Wait, no, oops. He's just like enjoying himself in the water. King's Dance, 10 plus, Poliwag, 60 more, Poliwhirl, 90 more, if Poliwrath, 120 more. Does that stack? Is that possible to stack everything? Or is that just like a 10 plus 60 or like a 10 plus 90? Or like, if it's all 3 of these, maybe there's a potential for Politoed style decks to be good. That could be kind of cool because you cap at 70, 160, 270, choice band 300, which is like a pretty good number. So keep that in mind, boys. Keep that in mind. Carry Ashore is just horn for both sides. Or just horn for one side, sorry, but you pick which side. Okay, got it. Oshawott, Duat. This guy's also vibing. All the water guys are just vibing. There's a Dynamo in the art. Oh, there's a new Ducklet, and it's clay. Cool. Swanna, nothing good here. Electrike and Manectric, nothing good. Lightning Colorless, 80 plus 80 if you have a tool attached. That's not amazing. If it was just DTE, maybe. Like, maybe possibly playable. But yeah. Ooh, cool, another V. Luxury V. That art is pretty sick. In the city. Oh. Colorless, 30, reveal their hand, discard trainer, find there. Probably very good for control. Like, probably a very good card for control archetypes off the bat, immediately. LLC, limited licensing company. Radiating Pulse, 120 damage, discarding 2 energy from this Pokemon. Your opponent is now paralyzed. This is pretty weak for the cost. I mean, I guess you could slot this into, like, a lightning box, like a Flaffy box, but this is, like, I think the Fang Snipe is going to be way better. Like, you just go, you rip something out of your opponent's hand, probably a switch or something, right? Like, if you're playing, like, go like Boss Gal or Mine or something, you can rip something out of their hand. Sonar, item to hand, not bad. 120 Snipe. Oh, no, only bench. Okay, got it. Spectral Ball. Here's the Hisuian Typhlosion. We get the different typings because of the typing in the game for Arceus. Once you're returning, you discard a Psychic from your hand. If you do, your opponent's active is now burned and confused. Kind of weak because that's plus 30 and a potential flip. PC 90, can't retreat. So you guess you can lock them in, but every deck plays like 4 switching cards, maybe 5 switching cards. So Sweet Trap, Colorless, you lock them into place, and then you 90 the next turn, which 180. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Jirachi V. Dude, someone really, really likes Jirachi, because there's always been a pretty decent Jirachi, and I haven't seen this card yet, so Wishbridge. When your basic V is knocked out from an opponent's attack, you may choose one basic and move it to one of your other Pokemon. That's pretty good. I think you can play like a Toolbox style 2-prize deck now. It says basic, yeah. I was going to double check the energy. Okay. So you can play like a 2-prize style like Suicune, Entei, Galarian Moltres, like whatever hodgepodge 2-prizers you want in a deck, and play it with this card to kind of get the versatility of setting up a new attacker out of nowhere and then winning from there. Drifloon, Dripflim, no, kind of weak on both ends. Move 2 damage from each of your Pokemon to one of your opponent's Pokemon. This is very niche of an attack, and I don't think there's anything that actually spreads damage well besides that Lilligant we just saw. So if spread becomes big, this is like the hard counter to it. Simple as that. Hisuian Growlithe and the Hisuian Arcanine. FFC 80 plus 80 if you have fire attached and they're burned. That's pretty steep again. Pretty bad attack across the board. Poliwrath. Look at this guy. He's buff. He's so buff. Is that Greek guy, Atlas, holding up the world. Pretty bad attack, though. Pretty bad attack. Oh, we have another Machamp. FC Revenge Buster, 50 plus 50 for damage counters. Nothing crazy. Toss, 140 FFC. Nothing crazy. Machamp VMAX. So we are getting VMAXs back. I did see that. I didn't read the card, however. I just saw that VMAXs are coming back in some capacity. Until the end of the block, probably. So, which means our October set will probably also have VMAXs, like 1 or 2. And then do we have a set after that? October, because that got delayed into October, right? May into October, or like, it should have been a September set into an October set. I don't know. I actually just don't know how set releases work. Don't quote me on that. I am so sorry. FC 80 plus 140 if you have damage counters. That's not hard to do. 220 for 2 energy. Pretty good. I like this. And you have the new stadium. So that works. FFC 240. That's weak. But this first attack, very good. I like that. Sudowoodo. Skedaddle. If this is, Skedaddle. No, this is bad. Cranidos, Rampardos. If your opponent has 3 or fewer cards, it does nothing. So you have to play like Judge, I guess, or Marnie. Weird. All the fossils always have a weird gimmick. These are both pretty bad here. And now we move on to the dark types. Ariados, 10 plus 30 for each in the retreat cost. Nope. DCC. Poison. Nope. Not good. Tricky Stance. Discard, draw 3. So it's a trade on a stage 2. Trade is a great ability. Trade is an amazing ability. It's just, how feasible is it on a stage 2? Is there a world where we don't have to play candies? Can we play like a Zoroark engine? Like, what's the sitch here? Like, this could go easily into, like, I don't know, like replaces Chinchino as an engine maybe. But Chinchino is also just easier and lovable, searchable. This is not and then 60 plus 20 for all energy attached to all of your Pokemon. So you're playing like an energy flood deck. Maybe this becomes a late game attacker that's very, very good. Befuddle. If your opponent has two or fewer support cards, oh, that's cool. So you just go into this Thievel late game, and your opponent cannot boss anything on the bench, and by proxy, only bench Pokemon V. So they can't boss to go. They can't go like Horn Boss or something to end the game. They can bring up the Thievel going down to 1, but you can stick them at 2 into an extra turn. So this card is very cool, and I like this mechanic a lot. This like Befuddle, like this like prize card mechanic. I guess. Okay, nothing there, nothing there. And this is the Magnet Zone we've already talked about, which has the look at the top 6, choose any metal, attach, and then shuffle. It's not discard, which is huge. If it's discard, it's significantly worse. Regi Gate. Regi, no. Okay, we've already talked about Dialga in another video, but I just want to say I think the Chrono Star attack is very good. I think Metal Blast is very good, and given that you have the and Metal Coat sets it up pretty easily. Given that you have Magnezone to make everything happen, this card should see some play, and I think it should have some potential. Yeah. Pawniard and a B-Sharp Revenge Slash. Oh, 30 plus 30 for each damage counter on your benched Pawniard. So that means like Pawniard hits 60. So if you have 3 bench Pawniards with 2 damage counters each, 180. So that's not bad. That's not bad at all. This would be really cool. Like old Gyarados. Once your turn, you may play a card to evolve one of your Eevee, switch your deck, and play it onto this Eevee. So you can basically just evolve a bunch of Eevees at once. There's no good non-V Eevees right now, though, like Evolutions, I think, besides like the Memory Capsule Gang. But that's like a whole nother kit, and I think that's not what this is like meant to be doing. So maybe more Eevees in the future sets. Chatot, draw a card. Chatot. Oh, this ability is cool. Ancient Wisdom. Once your turn, if you have Regirock, Steel, Ice, Elaki, Drago, and play, you may switch it for 3 energy attachment from one of your Pokemon. So this ability requires all 6 of your slots on the board to be used for 6 different Regi cards. And then you can just get energy and put them onto the board. And then you have, like, I guess, whatever Regi you want to attack with. Which is a cool ability. It's terrible. It's terrible, but it's cool. Rufflet, Braviary. No, nothing good here. Another dude. We've gotten like 5 Greedents, I think, in the last couple sets. Like, am I wrong, or are we just getting a bunch of Greedents recently? Dump. Discard if you discard 5, 150. That's actually not bad. But you have to be discarding 5 or more for each dump, which makes this like not feasible at a certain point. Wardeer V, another one of the mounts. Opening road, once your turn, bench to active, move all as many number of energy, blah, blah, blah. So Tapu Koko V's ability, like Russian kind of style. CCC, 40 times the number of energy. So, wait, is it 40 plus? No, it's just vanilla 40. Okay, times. So, with 3, you're doing 120, but I guess you need to have so many energy to knock out like a V or something, and with colorless typing, you're not actually doing much, so this card's not that good. Switch card. Switch your card, active with bench, heal 30. Cool. I like that. Free switch, heal. Oh, this card I saw, and I think it's really cool. Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card of your deck, put that in your hand, or discard it and draw 1 card. So it's like worse than Acrobike because you don't get perfect information, but you do get a chance to thin through your deck a little bit and find exactly what you need. Trekking Shoes plus Research gets you a lot, like really deep into the deck, and then Trekking Shoes can also give you like more dig in certain decks where you normally wouldn't have that dig anyway. Where you're playing like a Marnie Engine or like, I don't know, Inteleon Engine or something where you need to like go a little bit deeper maybe. I don't know. Fossil. Featherball, Zurichi Cuss, put it in your hands. Okay, they're going to stick with the Featherball, the Giganto Ball, Heavy Ball I guess is the other one. Those are the mechanics. Yeah. We've already talked about Automon. Gardenia's Vitality. Draw 2 cards and attach up to 2 grass from your hand to one of your bench Pokemon. So it's bench only, but it is like a significantly worse welder. But there's no good grass types besides that Hisuian Lilligant we just saw. But it is cool to see a mechanic like this where it's draw first, then attach. So, yeah. Zisu is draw until you have more cards in your hand than your opponent. Oh, there was that card earlier that was like attack for more cards. Yanmega. So Zisu Yanmega could be a deck. With other, I don't know what else you put in there, but Zisu Yanmega plus stuff could be a deck. Gapejaw Bog plays a basic on the bench, 2 damage counters. So this helps Bisharp and the Machamp that you need. And now we're going to space juggling. Beedrill V. So it's just 3 grass colorless, 50x Beedrill V, snipe to 1. So that's like 200 snipe max, but that's really, really hard to like get all four. I don't know. I don't like that. That's not good. Voltorb, Chipper Charge, second, and only on your first turn, choose 2 bench. Search for a basic energy, attach it. This is also a cool attack. Chipper Charge is another one of those going second. I can play my deck around this kind of thing, and I like attacks like this a lot. Hisuian Electrode has 2 no energy attacks, Triple Draw and Irritation Bomb, both very weak, but yeah. The HP of each grass is increased by 40. So this is really good for our Lilligant style deck that we wanted to do, because Lilligant is weak. So this gives us the oomph we need. Rowlet, Dartrix, Blipbug, Dottler, Orbeetle. When you play this card from your hand of all Pokemon, you may attach 3 energies from your opponent's discard pile to their Pokemon. So something where it's like, yeah, more energy cards attached to their active. That way you just get the attack off and it's kind of free. So this Orbeetle is actually pretty cool. Also, yeah, it's pretty cool. I like it. Rapidash, Torkoal. Oh, Heatran. Another. Oh, it's a VMAX. Lol. RC, Hotburn, RC Cars. RRC, 90 plus 90 damage. So nothing to write home about for both of these attacks, to be fair. Heal 50 of a Stadium and then 180 burn. Pretty bad. This guy's pretty bad. This is a pretty bad VMAX. Just that's it. That's just bad. It's just a bad VMAX. Psyduck, Golduck. Nothing great. No, nothing there for the Love Disc. And then the Regice has the Regigate, search for your Regis. And then the Blizzard Bind to do the V. See, all the Regis attack for 3 as well, besides Gigas. So that's also pretty cool. Shellos. Glaceon is also pretty weak here in this situation. We've talked about Palkia, and we've talked about how much I like the Palkia already. I think this card's going to be an immediate contender in the format. So that's something to think about. Bergmite and Avalugg. The Avalugg has that's 4 water colors 100 plus 120 for Stadium. Then discard the Stadium. Nope, not good. Togepi. Heal from 10 from active. That's pretty weak. Heal 30 from active, and then Toge-kiss is 90. So actually, you could play some sort of a net Toge-kiss combo in the back to heal, and like loop the heals, I guess, or stagger the heals, and heal a ton in 1 turn. Okay, so there's an idea there. Uxie, Wise Guidance, search your deck for a card, put it in your hand. Cool, bad. Mental Shroud, if the other 2 are in play, you have no weakness. That's kind of cool, but it requires 3 field slots. And then Uxie and Azelf both don't have any abilities to write home about. So Uxie and Azelf, like usually, and like Masquerade in the histories past, have been very strong as a combo. Because all 3 of them have some ability that relies on the others being in play. But it looks like this time it's just 1 has a decent ability and the other 2 just don't have anything. Synchrokinesis 30 plus 90 if you have the same name as... No, that's stupid. This Malamar's stupid. Thrust down, paralyze, fake out. Nope, nothing here. Regi, same thing. It's another one of the Regis. Gastrodon, 170 and then 20 to your bench. That's also it's FFC, which is hard. Cardbank, like Lucky Find, 2 items, put them in your hand. Hisuian Decidueye. This is cool. 30x the number of damage counters on your opponent's active, so you could like use as a cleanup, but it's a stage 2, which is the problem. So there's the Cleavor. Battle/Axe 150, discard 1, discard energy from your opponent's active. So it's actually kind of a cool mitigating effect here. We don't have any great fighting excel though. No, we have the Axe. We have the Axe. I forgot of the Axe. Break Axe 120-60 to V's. Very vanilla attack. And then this is the attack that I like a lot, Rampaging Star. 30x each Pokemon in your discard pile. So that should be a very easy number to ramp up on. You play a lot of Pokemon anyway in almost every deck. And then eventually late game it's just a one-shot on anything you want. Carrying Climb, it's Dodrio from years past. Hisuian Sneasler. Special condition based decks I don't think ever actually work, so it's not good here. Darkrai not good. Shieldon not good. Bastiodon not good. Bronzong not good. Or Bronzong just is heat proof. They just like brought back heat proof Bronzong, even though fire types are not relevant right now. So they were just like, hey, we're gonna bring this guy back. Have fun. Magearna's okay, whatever. Once your turn is the active, draw until you have 4. Oh, this is cool. So Drago has the ability, and the attack is like pretty good too. So this Drago gives you the ability to draw, and you have only 1 Dragon Treasure a turn. So you can reset your hand after doing some Regi shenanigans. The EVs here as well. Teddy Ursa Luna gets 2 cards and puts them into your hand. That's pretty good. Order active 2 tool cards, put them in your hand. That's interesting because like there's no world where like tools are like really broken right now, but maybe like if tools get really good at some point, you can just play this guy because you just get a float stone and you can pivot him if he's in your active anyway. And then shopping center style decks could become a thing. Kamala, 'Twas All a Dream, gets knocked out, doesn't take any prize cards. Okay, cool. Lotto's back. I think that's very important. That Lotto is a really cool card to make a lot of decks like gel a little bit better. I like that a lot to make weirder decks. Hisu and Heavy Ball. Look at your face down prize cards, get a basic Pokemon, put it there, and put the ball back into the discard, or the prize card, sorry. Pretty good to get like Durant decks and stuff going. Super effective glasses. This is really cool. I think it's going to make a lot of 1 prize decks become a lot better. It makes things 3x weak. So you can play like a 1 prize toolbox and play these super effective glasses because your damage is a 1 prize deck. Doesn't really ramp up early. So the early game gets salvaged a little bit by these glasses. And then like I think that replaces like Choice Belt in a lot of situations actually. Iridio, same thing we've talked about. Grant, I've read this card. I think this card is really cool. Fighting, do 30 more damage, and before your during your turn, if you discard 2 cards, you can get Grant back to your hand. So you can just keep cycling this 1 Grant, which I think is a really cool mechanic. But you're giving up 2 cards for a +1, which is your supporter possibly for the turn. And so whatever your fighting Pokemon are doing damage, it's got to be worth it, I think. And in that situation, like it's super easy to get where you need to be, I think. And you can play like a B-Burl engine with the Grant to just like keep thinning your hand and go. Choi, you show hands, draw 3. Okay. Temple of Sinnoh, each special energy has no effect, and it's just colorless. That's pretty cool. So that does round out the set. A lot of really cool cards. The game is going to change pretty significantly, I think, with this set. Fighting types obviously become a threat again. And then water types in the form of Palkia become good as well. And then we can see some of the Dialga decks. But thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the content, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below about what your favorite card is. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow.